So I know you already saw the title of the video, so you know that this is a low-fat burger that you're looking at. Pretty healthy burger. I mean, not bad, huh? But the problem with making a low-fat burger is that you gotta use very lean ground beef. And the problem with very lean ground beef is that it's very low in fat, and you need that fat when you're making burgers. So since we don't have the fat, we're gonna have to add something to this ground beef to help it retain moisture. What I'm gonna be adding to this is onions. Onions are 70 to 90% moisture, so it's a great ingredient and it goes perfect with a burger. It's a perfect marriage. So I'm chopping up these onions as small as I can so that once I saute them down, they'll just kind of become part of the texture of the meat. I had some jalapeno slices as well, so I went ahead and chopped some of those up as well. Now that my veggies are all cooked down, I'm going to need to let them cool for a while, and that is the perfect opportunity for me to go ahead and do a dry brine on these patties. Now, a dry brine is basically when you take kosher salt and just sprinkle it over both sides of your meat. Then you put it in the fridge and let it sit there uncovered for about an hour. In this case, it depends on how big the piece of meat is. A whole turkey, for example, would take 3 days. But these burgers won't take more than about an hour. So what happens is the kosher salt draws the moisture out of the meat. The moisture comes to the surface, wets the kosher salt, and then draws it back into the meat, locking in moisture. It's very cool. So we're gonna give that about an hour, and then we'll come back and go ahead and incorporate all the veggies into the meat. All right, it's been about an hour. The kosher salt has done its job, so now it's time to go ahead and work all of these onions and jalapenos into the meat. It's gonna be kind of a messy process. We're gonna have to basically fold it in there and remake the patties, but it's gonna be well worth it. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, got them all done. So now we're gonna put these patties back in the fridge and let them sit there while I get the grill all ready and up to temp. It's been about 10 minutes now, so it's time to come out here and check on these burgers. I want to get some color on them, so I'm going to move these directly over the coals and get a little sear on them. And this is where you find out how lean these burgers are. First of all, notice that they haven't shrank at all. But watch what happens when I put these burgers directly over the coals. Usually, all hell breaks loose when you do that. No flare up whatsoever. They just humming along, man. So I'm gonna move these around a little bit, get a little color on them, and then I'm gonna move them back indirect, and that's where I'm gonna finish it at. important with lean burgers that you remove them at the right time. So I'm going to remove these at 160. I'm going to check the internal temperature a couple of times, and as soon as they get close to 160, I'm going to go ahead and take them off so that they can rest up to 165.